What's going on? I'm Jim Perona. Welcome to the weekly axe kicking. If you can tell me what song that was from, I don't have any prizes to give away, really, but I will think that you are the coolest person ever. So today I want to talk about phrasing. Phrasing is basically the stuff that really kind of makes the notes jump off and sound unique and exciting. So let's take a look at just a short motif. We're going to need something to build on. We're going to do this in the key of E minor, pentatonic. And we're just going to do a simple 4-note motif, starting on the A, 14th fret of the 3rd string, then the G, 2 frets below, and the same thing on the 4th string, 14th and 12th fret, the E and D, respectively. Now, if I just play those notes by themselves, that's what we get. Now, let's talk about 3 different types of ways we can phrase this little motif in order to make it sound more exciting. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bend the first note. I'm going to bend it up and then come back down. And now we'll put that with the rest of the riff. Now let's take this a little bit farther. When I come back from this bend, I'm going to pull off to the next note and then continue the rest of the riff like this. Pull off. Now I like where this is going with the idea of pulling off to this note, but we're going to bring in that first note a little different this time. Instead of doing a bend, we're going to do a slide. So we're going to slide this note from 2 frets above, the 16th fret, the B, into the A. Like that. And now we're going to put that with the rest of the riff. Now another way we can try this is bringing in that first note with a trill. So we're actually going to start it being played just as is with that A, but we're going to do a trill from we can either do it with the flat 5th right here, which would be a B flat, or the B natural, or so let's see how it sounds with the B flat. Okay, let's see how it sounds with the B natural. Now another thing we can do is take any of the ideas we've done so far and use them to embellish any of the other notes in this little 4-note motif. For example, and there's so many possibilities, I'm just going to say one example. I'll do the slide, pull off, then this note, and then I'm going to slide different direction, ascending back to descending from D to E. So played slow, it would look like this. Now if I speed it up a little bit, it immediately sounds a lot different than just bringing some attitude, some life to this little motif. Now, there's so many ways in which we can expand upon this whole idea outside of phrasing. We can take the motif itself, this little 4-note figure, and spread it across other notes of the E minor pentatonic scale. So how would we expand upon this little motif? Well, we're doing this 4-note descending thing starting on the A, right? Now let's do the same thing starting on the D. So we're kind of climbing up the scale. And we can, throw in those phrasing ideas as well. And now we're really starting to create a more interesting, prolonged musical line. We can expand it even farther just by doing that same motif starting on the G, 15th fret of the first string. So we could also do this opposite. And we're going to add a little bit of phrasing to that expanded motif. Or we can do there's so many possibilities, I'm just kind of making it up right now, but you get the idea. So what I'm going to do now is just show you a riff that is going to take mostly the sliding idea, we'll polish it off the bend at the end, and it's just an example of, you know, expanding this motif, throwing in these cool phrasing ideas, and creating a cool line. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this riff. I'm using sliding for the most part, and I'm starting on the B flat, 15th fret of the 3rd string, sliding to the A. Really quick, so it's like a grace note. Pulling off to the G, on the 12th fret, then going down the next two notes of the minor pentatonic scale, E and D, 14th and 12th fret of the 4th string. Then I'm going to slide again from the 17th to the 15th fret on the 2nd string, E to D, with my pinky, pull off to B, then going down the next two notes again on the minor pentatonic scale, keeping up with that same motif. Then the exact same idea with the 1st string. Slide from E to G, 17th to the 15th fret, pull off on the E, go down, descending the next two notes. And then I'm ending it all with a bar the first finger, so that E on the 12th fret is covered. And then bend the 14th fret of the 3rd string. You're bending that A up a whole step to the B. Slide it down. So let's take a look at it slow. So phrasing, as much as any musical concept, is something that is so crucial to the guitar, because we have here, especially electric guitar, we have here an instrument that we can do so many cool things with. We can trill on all instruments, but bending and sliding and just so many more things that I'm not really even making mention of. There's a lot of things we can do that are exclusive to the guitar, and that's something that deserves a lot of love when you practice. Pay a lot of attention to it. Even a simple lick like we were just doing can be expanded and brought to life in a really cool way through different ways of phrasing. So try out everything and use your ear always and see if you can come up with something good. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.